All right, so this video I wanted to talk about the Gold Cup, about who I think is gonna win it, basically. But just talking about mostly about Mexico and Cuba, this first game that I saw, and the people that I think are actually gonna be the champions in this cup. This cup comes around every 2 years, I think, or every 3 years. No, every 2 years. I don't know. I don't really remember, but yeah, it's usually dominated by the United States and by Mexico. But we'll see what happens this year. That could be a fluke, whatever. It happens sometimes, but not really right now. There's a lot of promising young stars that are coming up the ranks. Pulisic for USA, Raul Jimenez for Mexico, Leon Bailey for Jamaica, Davis for Canada, Salcedo for Mexico. There's a bunch of young talents, and some of the Mexican players didn't even get to all be here. So we'll just see how it goes as the tournament progresses and who actually becomes a talent. One of the players that I saw or that I didn't even know of is Antuna, this 22, number 22 on the Mexican national team. He plays for LA Galaxy, if I'm for sure, I think. I really didn't know anything of him. I didn't really know what to think of him. But he really showed out in this game. He scored a hat trick, and he scored really early in the match. He actually scored like at the second minute. And Mexico had they had so many chances in this match. They had so many times they could have maybe got probably 3 more goals than what they actually got. The match actually ended in 7-0 as a result. Raul Jimenez was attacking the whole game. He had a bunch of balls that were coming towards him, and he was attacking the goalie the whole game. Cuba had I think 3 attempts on goal the whole game, or 4, and 0 were on target. But the Mexican team did what they had to do. They put their dominance in. They showed that they're more dominant than the Cuban team, and they got the result. There's a bunch of offsides in this match, though. That's for certain, and you could just see one right there. There's another offsides right there, and the Mexican team they created all the chances. They mostly had all the possession in the game. I think this goal came in the 30th minute. After, I don't know who picked out the pass. I think it was Guardado that gave it to Jimenez, and Jimenez just calmly slotted it in. I'm pretty sure he missed 3 or 4 before this even happened, but it's good for his confidence. It's good that he starts scoring in early games. It's good that he gets his goal tally up, because I think for me, I think he might be the individual or the player that's actually going to get the golden boot in this tournament. But here you can see a shot at goal. It's actually probably a play that was made by Tata Martino. And you can see that they went to the second post looking for Raul Jimenez, and he just crossed it in. Well, basically not crossing in, got a shot, an attempt on goal. And then since the goalie is not as good, or is not to the standard that he needs to be, he just put it right back in the middle, and he just literally gave it to Diego Reyes, who just calmly slotted it in. And it's good for him, good for his confidence, so that he'll be ready for the next games. It's good that they can get these goals early, so that they don't they're not unconcentrated in games that they need to be concentrated in. Here's Antuna's second goal right here. Jimenez was unselfish, and he tried to put in a cross, but the Cuban defender got to it first, and then the ball was just left right there in the middle, and Antuna was attentive, and basically all his goals were just him being attentive, being ready for whatever play happened, whatever happens in the game. He was just ready to slot the ball in, and he was always running towards the goal. Right there, maybe Guardado could have got that goal, but he was attentive, and he deserved it. Right here, Jimenez makes his second goal. I think it was the 5th goal, actually, and I don't really rate it because I feel like this one the goalie could have took away. But I mean, I'm not gonna take it away from Jimenez. He did what he had to do. He put it right on target. He hit a very hard shot, but it literally went through the goalie's legs. And like literally, if he just closed his legs, I mean, he would have stopped that. But whatever. Jimenez is a good forward. He showed us at Wolves what he can do. Here's in a shot at goal from Rodriguez, and he was kicked away by the goalie. Also, Alexis Vega got his goal. It was literally a good pass by Pineda, but I didn't get that footage. But it was like just a great pass from Pineda to Antuna, and then he passed it to Alexis Vega, who just calmly slotted it in. And then the play just keeps on going, and I think here's the last goal, the 7th goal by Antuna, and he just basically, like I said, he's just attentive to the play. He was just in the right spot at the right time, and also he just ran to the ball. He always attacked the net, and he knew what he was trying to do. I don't know if he was trying to score a hat trick, but he did. And he had a great game, this guy. Didn't really know who he was. He's a young talent in Mexico. Hopefully he'll be there for many more years. I don't know if he's going to be playing in the rest of the games, but at least in this game he showed out, and it gives him confidence, and it gives the manager confidence to believe in him and to actually give him another chance later on in this tournament. Raul did what he had to do. He got his 2 goals. He probably could have got a hat trick, maybe if he would have played more times, but he was subbed out for Alexis Vega. But at least Alexis Vega got his goal. Mexico did what they had to do. They were in this game mostly just concentrated. They knew the opposition was lower than they were, but they still gave them the respect that they deserved. They took possession of the game. They held up the ball. They tried to do plays. As I was watching this game, my dad would say that it was basically just an official practice, meaning that the Mexican national team was just practicing with like an official FIFA team. Basically, it's kind of rude, but I feel like that's what actually was happening. A 7-0 assault kind of gave me the essences of the USA or the American women in the World Cup against Thailand, but that was just a masterclass. And this one was a good game as well, and good for Antuna, who got his 3 goals. He showed all the Mexican people that he's good for this team, that he's ready to be in the national team, and that he can contribute in a big way. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to put faith in him now that I don't know if it's his debut, but he wasn't even supposed to be in this Gold Cup. I think someone got injured, and Antuna was picked up in his place. And what a story, man. This guy wasn't even going to come to the World Cup, and he comes up, he debuts in his first World Cup. I don't know if it's his debut in Mexico, but maybe it's his debut in Mexico in an official match, and he just makes a hat trick. That's stuff for legends. I hope he keeps on thriving. He's only 21 years old. He still got a long way to go. Hopefully, if he scores more goals, maybe a European club will call him up or something, and he can just start thriving in Europe, just like Raul is. Many of the commentators that I saw before the Gold Cup even happened were like questioning Mexico's tactics. They're not their tactics, but like the players that they didn't want to come to play. And I would be like, why would you be questioning Mexico if there's so many great players? And especially Jimenez. Like Jimenez is like finally a forward that's like established in England, and he had like one of the best seasons. He was nominated best player of Wolves, best goal of Wolves, all these awards, all these accolades, and they were just worried about these players that didn't come. Knowing that most of them are like 30 something, they're all involved in different things, and there's youth coming up the ranks. Like right here you can see Alexis Vega celebrating his goal. Not saying that he's like super high class, but at least he's from Chivas. He's young. Hopefully he keeps on getting the confidence he needs. Someone I wanted to see was Pizarro. I wished he would have been in this game, but I know he's gonna be a starter for sure. I don't know about Antuna, but I'm pretty sure with this game he gives the confidence to Martino to maybe pick him for next fixtures. But I know Pizarro is gonna be a starter and he's gonna be very clinical in the forward line, and he's very talented as well. He can take players one-on-one. He can cross. He can score, and I think he'll make a good partnership with Jimenez up top. And hopefully, he can get Jimenez in those spaces that he needs, where he can actually create and get a clear shot on goal. Because I felt like in this game, even though the quality was there was many instances where the team couldn't actually get a clear shot on goal. Jimenez kind of look sluggish at first, missing a lot of you would say like wide open chances, or at least like he's not as contested as you would feel. But I feel like it's a problem that always happens with Mexico. Depending on the opposition, they usually play to their level, meaning that like if they have to play a big game, they will put on a great show. They will stand up to that greater opposition. But like if they play these lower teams, they usually seem to fall into that trap of knowing that they're better, and then just playing into a way of just trying to keep possession and just trying to close the game out as nicely as they can, and not really destroying them, or not really trying to dominate the opposition. These are just some of my takes. Hope Antuna keeps on getting selected in the national team. Kind of made me forget about Chicharito, whatever he's doing right now. I feel like this guy's mindset is not in the right place. He's not the same player that he was before. He's not the same person he was before. This guy's like coloring his hair. He's like, I don't know, he's like acting like some type of pop star, rock star, whatever. I don't know what he thinks he is. It's just, it's not the Chicharito that I know. Not the Chicharito that thrived in Manchester United or whatever. But I know a lot of people were saying that why isn't he coming back? Why isn't he in the squad and whatever? But, I mean, why do you want him if you have Jimenez in the squad? That's something I didn't understand. And Alvarado, he didn't do so good. I know he's a talented player. I'm pretty sure he's gonna do a better job in upcoming fixtures, and I hope that he starts gaining the confidence he needs to play better in the rest of the other games that Mexico's gonna need him in. Mexico just basically got the job done. We'll see what happens in the later group games with Martinique and Canada. I'm pretty sure they're gonna gloss right through them. And then in the quarters or semifinals, whoever they face, they're favorites in this competition. They're favorites in Mexico. They're favorites here in U.S. because basically there's so many Hispanics, there's so many Mexican fans in the United States that wherever they go, they're basically at home. So they're basically playing at home. They have everybody rooting for them, and we'll see what they can do, and we'll hope that they actually get the cup. Here are my Instagram, my Twitter. If you would like to follow, this is just my take on the game, and I hope you like the video.